Welcome aboard Diamond Hands. My name's Brett Moomey with SkipperBud's and Marine Max Yacht Sales. I'm going to take you through a tour of this 2021 Azimut 25 Metri. Notable on this boat, it's unique in the sense that it has two world-renowned designers, Righini and Salvagni, that designed the interior and exterior, one on each. And we'll go through, we'll show some of the unique features on this boat, as well as point out some of the finishes that makes Azimut the largest builder of yachts and mega yachts in the world. So follow me on through. This particular boat is in the lounge version. Instead of a formal dinette, the owner option to have a much more enjoyable space to entertain and use the vessel with groups of friends or family. The unique portion that you'll see in the interior design is that there's a lot of attention to symmetry. So everything seems to flow fairly well with matching accents and just a little bit of offset portions. Like you'll notice this is a very raw oak finish, and then you see the high gloss mahogany with a lot of brass and solid white smooth finishes through the boat that ties it all in to be a very modern, very high-end upscale feeling, yet being very open and welcoming. There's quite a bit of design in the exterior work of this boat to allow this amount of natural light. So you can see how large these hull windows are, especially the second set moving forward. The hull windows go all the way down to the deck, and the exterior design even mimicked that, which I'll show you on the exterior, to match the fiberglass. So you're not just looking out at a gunwale or whatever else blocking your view. You can get a full view of the water when you're sitting interior on this boat. This table here is leafed, so it'll open up to a full dinette size. There's a power TV on a high-low system here. There's all sorts of storage under seats throughout the boat. Storage is very prime on this boat. It doesn't seem to lack anywhere where you feel like you're missing a spot to store all of your provisions for long trips. Let's move forward. I'll take you through, show you the galley, kind of the design process and thought process when Azimut Benetti was building this boat. First notable day head, marble finish floors. Again, very high finishes through the boat. This is super nice on a boat of this size, so that if you have a number of guests on board, your guests aren't constantly traveling up and down the stairs to use the restroom or wash their hands or whatever else. And let's move in to the helm and galley area, and I'll show you some of the highlights that separates this boat from a lot of others. So first off, you have this nice settee next to the helm station. Often you'll see crew using this as dining when guests are on board or separating themselves. So you do have the access to completely make this area private. So you can slide this door shut as well as flip the privacy screen. And now crew can access this entire galley area and serve with closed doors to owners and guests on board. Moving into the helm station, we have triple Raymarine screens, full engine monitoring system, and all of your controls right at the helm here. And awesome visibility, which also is worth noting on a boat of this size. Often you lose some head height visibility or angles from headline down. And this boat, if you are in inclement weather or you have a captain on board and you're entertaining guests up top, your captain's very comfortable sitting down here and running the boat down below. This is one of the unique things with Azimuts as well. Full set of china. Everything has a silicone base and dedicated storage spot. Moving into the galley, you'll see the access to exterior. The entire walkway from just forward of this way aft is all one level, so crew, guest, whatever, don't have steps to overcome when they're running about the boat, trying to access into the galley exterior, coming in the salon, or even accessing the crew quarters. Those are all on one level, which makes the flow of this vessel pretty nice. Obviously a full stand-up refrigerator, as you should have. On the flip side of this bulkhead here, you saw a mirror behind the forward seating area. And that does power down, so a little bit more open if the owner-operator is in here entertaining friends or guests, or if a staff member's helping serve guests or drinks or cocktails without walking all the way around. It's fairly easy to pass through or communicate to people that are enjoying the salon on this boat. Moving downstairs, we'll start with one of my favorite areas on the boat, which is the full beam master of this boat. This boat's 87 feet 3 inches LOA. It has a 20 feet 4 inch beam, and the master is situated at the widest part of the boat, the full beam. So that makes the master very enjoyable. Huge open lights, which makes it very comfortable for overnighting or even cruising underway, waking up in the morning when the captain arrives at your next destination. One of the things that I want to point out in the design work here, you'll see a lot of very thought out detail through the boat, whether it's a handrail, whether it's the curvature of the flooring. There's even just the access and curvature of access panels and everything else. It took a lot of time and a lot of thought and effort to make that all flow, and a lot of work by the woodworking departments to steam that and make it work, as opposed to just using sharp corners and cutting 90-degree corners, which you see most manufacturers doing. There is a ton of storage behind this door, as well as access to your central vacuum with a number of ports located throughout the vessel. There's large cabinet storage here. And then moving inside, typically we call this the his closet. So there's 2 large hanging lockers, quite a bit of storage back here. Again, this opens, same hanging closet, a number of drawers underneath. In your average boat, that would be plenty of storage, but we'll move back and I'll also show you the full walk-in closet, as well as note the storage here under the bed. Large storage underneath, which often serves as some provisioning or extended trip options to store extra gear that you might not access as regularly as you access things that are in the main closet or the full walk-in closet here, which again, very large, well over 6 foot head clearance. Behind this door, there is a full-length mirror and a number of drawer storage underneath. One thing that Azimut I know is proud of, and I find very interesting, is the mechanical layout on this boat is excellent. So this seat removes, and that's access to your Humphrey electric stabilizers, making it very easy to monitor and or service the system, where often those are buried fairly deep in the guts of the boat and can be quite problematic to access to change fluids or whatever else. Notable again on this boat is that full beam master. You'll see how much natural light this brings in, and on a beautiful day like this, it's quite enjoyable to be down here. There's some cool features like custom designed lamps, as well as a makeup station that has some storage underneath, and same design thoughts in here. Instead of just creating a access space underneath this mirror, they've gone and trimmed it out in brass and painted the interior, so it's just a little surprise the first time you open that. You'll also find a lot of owners, in the way that this master was designed, using the boat and staying on the boat for a portion of the trip when the captain's running or when you're running to different harbors. And part of the ease of that, or the way it was designed, was to have some space between the engine room behind, being the master head as well as the walk-in closet. The crew quarters are stacked behind that, so it's a very quiet and tranquil area, even when you're running full speed or cruise speed underway to your next destination. Some of the other unique features, this is again a full mirror, but behind there is a TV that illuminates when you power on the TV, and that you'll see flow through to the other 3 staterooms that we'll walk to next. Again, full-length mirror, nice seating area, again drawer storage, and then if we move back into the master bath, you'll note double vanity, his and hers vanity, a very large head area, private head area that's separated by a pocket door, and really nice marble insert with the soft teak finishes in the shower, and well over 6 feet of head height in this shower. So I'm 6 feet tall, and you've got another 6-7 inches of clearance overhead. And again, quite a bit of storage for this size head. Both of these drawers come out and have full access, and all 4 of those mirrored panels underneath are storage, as well as the upper and lower cabinets in the actual head area as well. Moving forward, I'll get into the staterooms, but worth noting that there is a combo washer dryer unit here. That's often served to wash smaller loads for the owners. And then when we move down to the crew quarters, you'll see that there's a traditional over-under washer dryer unit as well. Again, lots of natural light spilling in, and instead of just cutting this open into a normal square access to let the light through, they've gone and designed and finished it in a way that sets it off to almost be thought intriguing, where you find yourself looking at all of these little accesses and accents and start to appreciate the amount of work and effort that went into design this. So first, let's walk in to, this is technically the third stateroom. It's often referred to as the VIP, since the VIP is kind of a second master. So first, let's go into this room. Again, large hanging locker, double drawer storage. The same bed raises up underneath for ample storage underneath the bed. Huge light, again, additional storage behind here, opening portholes. Then there is a TV hidden again behind the full glass mirror. And walking into the head, all 4 of the staterooms do have private ensuite heads. You'll see full, again, same height shower and a large head area here for your guests to enjoy. Coming over to the 4th stateroom, again, large space, large open windows. Again, with the symmetry, you'll see almost mirror of spatial use as far as drawers and storage. And then this boat was optioned with a Pullman bed, so you have 2 sleepers and then a Pullman bed, so you could sleep 3 adults or children in this room. And moving into the head, very similar layout, just reverse. So you've got, again, over 6 foot head clearance on the shower, nice marble finishes, teak wood floors, and again, a large opening window in the head. And this space is really why you can see how they could call this a second master, because it's massive. I mean, you have tons of head clearance, you have full access around the bed, you have very large hanging locker, storage underneath, and huge natural light access from both sides with opening portholes, and a very large head for what's traditionally called a VIP, V-berth VIP in these boats. So let's take a look at the head, and we'll compare that as well. So again, very large head, full stand-up shower, again, over 6 foot of clearance, which seems to be the comfort area on these boats. And obviously solid surface countertops. Again, instead of just a single porthole, they went and opened the full window, which helps make the space feel more inviting as opposed to being a little bit tight and claustrophobic. Let's move on back up, and we'll go over into the Flybridge and the exterior, and then we'll finish down in the crew quarters and the engine room. Let's move outside, and what an awesome day it is out here today. This is the kind of weather that us boaters live for, and makes it fairly exciting to spend a day on a vessel like this, making these photos and video shoots. So large storage again underneath each of these seats that flip up. Formal exterior dining for a total of 8 people comfortably. There is a nice storage and wet bar service here with an ice maker and a drawer fridge, as well as above prep station with a sink or additional prep station next to it. large, full overhead flybridge. Worth noting, the size of the flybridges on these Azimuts are quite a bit larger than your average boat in this size class, and that's due to the amount of carbon fiber. So the entire superstructure, flybridge, hardtop, and even the transom is 100% carbon fiber in this boat, which allows them to build this volume of space without affecting the roll underway or at rest. In fact, even with the size of our bridge, the amount that carbon fiber reduces the roll significantly when you're at rest or underway. Follow me on up to the flybridge and I'll give you a tour of the size and just pure volume you have on an 87-foot boat on this bridge. There's quite a few entertaining zones on this flybridge, which makes it pretty versatile in different ways to use the boat. So here, the current owner went with an open floor plan and a 3-burner barbecue over on the port side. These are just movable seat cushions or loungers. We have explored the option of retrofitting the factory's optional jacuzzi system that would then move this barbecue forward, make 2 large loungers and a couple steps up into a jacuzzi hanging off the back. Or you can retrofit some additional storage or put a davit system to access some more toys or bikes or scooters or whatever else you might want for the way that you intend to use the boat. Dual bar stools, full teak finish top. And back behind here, you do have a sink, you have a number of refrigeration, ice maker, and quite a bit of storage. Storage in this section, storage under all the seats here, little flip-up storage forward there. Again, you have the option to dine 8 people, so the amount of people that can comfortably stay in staterooms is 8 or 9, depending on if you use that Pullman bed. But to have the ability for everybody to sit together in multiple zones of the boat and dine is very nice. And then a nice lounging area forward and full instrument package, again on the upper helm station for docking or cruising underway in nice weather. Notable on this boat is the ability to bring with you on long trips multiple toys or tenders. So inside the garage here, there is enough space to fit a 4-meter tender. So it's specifically designed for a Williams to fit inside that garage trunk area. But as well as that, there's some receivers that can be mounted into the plates here to take another tender if you choose, or a Sea-Doo, 3-seater large premium Sea-Doo will fit on this space, but it also has a 2,000-pound lifting capacity, giving it the ability to lift larger toys, where often you see smaller lifting capacity, really limiting the options of use for this area. Notable, there is a passerelle that'll power out of the top stair here with an automated handrail system that pops up when it's fully extended, making it a little easier to dock at higher docks or systems that are a little bit more difficult to board if you don't have easy access port or starboard through the rail system that I'll show you in a second. Let's go on up and take a look at the bow and look at some of the features that they made for entertaining. So this is more of an America's requirement with the dock systems that we have. So you have both port and starboard access. So for a higher dock or a side tie where it might be more difficult to access a swim platform, you could easily install a Marquip ladder to be able to access either side of the boat and jump on the boat a little easier. Moving forward, again, full large space, plenty of space moving side to side foot. You don't have any area where you feel like you're tight and you have to squeeze between. This recess is what I was noting interior, which gives this full deck height window the ability to see past, so you're not just looking out the window at some fiberglass, you're actually looking past and seeing the full access of the water and the beautiful area that you might be in. There is a door here, that is what we noted in the galley area. So again, we'll get around to crew on the port side. but the ability for crew to come out, access into their area, and come entertain or serve guests without interfering in the main salon is a notable feature and really makes the flow of this boat work really well. A nice folding leaf table, a power seashell sunshade that will cover this whole area, offers not only sunshade but a bit of privacy if you're using this area to hang out at the dock or in an area where there's quite a bit of boats. This whole front lounge is super comfortable for just that lounging, but it turns fairly easy. There's full height backrest, which took quite a bit of design to make that system work and functionally fit everywhere. But you can imagine yourself sitting here for many hours hanging out and not being uncomfortable, feeling like you have to get up and move around because there isn't good back support or whatever else. And then there is a power access, similar system for that power sunshade forward. You do have full access to your windlass and all of your systems forward. There's also a number of pop-up lights. I believe there's 6 of them total that are illuminated as soon as they pop up. And there is a carbon fiber pole package that ties into a sunshade to get some extra sun protection for this entire bow area. Let's move around to finish up in the crew quarters, then we'll go down into the engine room and show you some of the systems there. Again, manual door or power door accessing into the galley or down into the lower cabin area. And what I noted earlier is to access both sides of the doors, the crew quarter that we're going to go in and the rear salon from the deck or cockpit, there's 0 steps. So it's all one level, making that tripping hazard a little less likely and making the access and the flow of the boat a little bit more comfortable. All right, and last but not least is the access to the crew and the engine room access. There is a quick access hatch topside, but I'll show you the full access into the engine room from the crew area and show you some of the features and the design areas that Azimut intended to design this boat. So follow me on down. Crew area down on this boat, for its size, is a very comfortable crew space. It allows, as we've mentioned before, the private access, exterior of the boat, accessing to serve the owner and guests on the boat without interfering through the salon into all of the more intimate areas of the boat. But for the crew, you do have a fold-down dinette. There is an entertainment system, full yacht control systems to control all the lights and the air movement on the vessel. And then moving back, a second set of options for washing and drying. As we referenced before, you've got the combo unit that's meant to serve the master, but there's also a true stackable washer and dryer for your larger loads, doing sheets and towels, that sort of thing. As we move back, there is a full head that's a dry head, which has a full stand-up shower, again 6 feet of clearance for the crew, and a separate dry head area. And then you'll have a double bunk sleeping area for 2 crew members and a full captain's area with a fairly large bed for crew and nice natural light with a large hall window. Lastly, we'll move into the engine room. This is often an overlooked area that a lot of people don't explore or show in these videos, but it's the most important part of the boat, as if anything in here is not working, it can ruin your whole day on the water. So let's take a look. This boat is powered by twin MAN 1800 horsepower diesels. It's a very large engine room. You've got about 6 foot, just over 6 foot of clearance overhead, and quite a bit of access to all of your systems. This boat hosts a pair of twin 32 kW generators, Kohler brand, and you have quite a bit of access to all the important systems. On the back, you're going to see the chiller system. Obviously, this is the tender garage, which is a necessity for having that enclosed space to host the 4-meter tender off the back of the boat. And you have quite a bit of space to move around the exteriors of the engine. A notable upgrade that was recently done on this boat is a Dometic Spot Zero system that was brought in line. So the whole boat is powered by the Spot Zero Dometic system. They opted for the best options they could that were available to Azimut Yachts for all the systems in this engine room. hence the KW, the 32 kW Kohler generators, Dometic chiller system, air conditioning system, obviously MAN engines, which are very bulletproof, hardy engines, and you'll see that system throughout the entire engine room. One of the notable features here is the panels that we'll pan a shot on, but behind those panels is the full wiring harness, and each of those wires are color coded, and then they're going to be stamped with a code. So if you're servicing or diagnosing what systems are having issue, you can refer to the digital or the paper copy of the owner's manual and easily pull up what that code is without having to try to chase wires throughout the boat. Again, my name's Brett Moomey. I'm with SkipperBud's and MarineMax. You'll see my cell phone and email linked below. This boat is currently up in the Great Lakes and making its trip down to our Pompano Yachting Center in Florida, at which point I've pulled in two of my colleagues, Mike Bader and Darren Phillips, to help represent this listing down south. So feel free to reach out to any of us. We'd be more than happy to set a time to show you the boat and give you some more information on the systems or any of the questions you have on this boat.